begin our project, we are going to start with a couple pieces of polar fleece cut in a teardrop shape with the point cut off. With a needle and thread, I'm going to run a whip stitch all the way around the edge of the teardrop shape except for that little cut off point area. And I will stop the camera and show you that real quick. So up and over all the way around, but we're going to leave that small end open. So here we go, because it took a minute, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's not really entertaining. It's kind of boring. Finally. Now I got to turn this thing inside out. I know, right? So I took a bamboo skewer and pushed on that closed end and pushed it through to the small hole end where I could just grab that and then pulls through. There we go. Voila. And I'm just kind of making sure that it's turned inside out all the way. And now I'm going to shove it full with some polyfill. And it's going to hold a lot more than you'd think it would. So I wrap some around this bamboo skewer and then I just kind of fold the edges in over on themselves, and it helps to shove it all down in that little teardrop shape. I think I did like 4 batches or 5 batches of the polyfill. It took forever. It felt like it was going into this bottomless pit. It was awesome. And now I'm just going to sew that closed and fix that polar fleece so that you can't see it. Okay. So I run the needle up through the top, and now for the main event. This is our Dog the Bounty Hunter toupee in all its bleachy blonde goodness, like the rays of the sun. Woo! Because, you know, moths have that little fluffy top, right? So I'm going to run the needle through to the front, and I'm going to put the toupee on the front, and I'm going to put just a couple of stitches in it. Just like any toupee should be stitched down to your skull so it doesn't blow away in the wind. And there we go. Now I'm going to cut out some wings, and these are the bottom wings. So they're going to be patterned, and I chose this Persian rug textile looking pattern. So 2 of those. And these are the top wings, the biggest wings on top, and I chose this teal colored, just a cotton material. It's kind of thin, but we're going to fix that in a minute. This is a canvas duck in this pretty chartreuse color. I thought these colors were pretty cool. I like them. Now I'm going to glue these top wings down to this tea-stained canvas, and that will add some structure. I sewed through both layers, and I just sewed some veins with the sewing machine, but you could do it by hand too. And I chose some beads to sew onto the ends of those little sewn vein segments, lines, whatever they are. And so just with a needle and thread, I'm just tacking those on just for a little bit of sparkle. So that's what it looks like, and both of them together, I tried to get them kind of matched up. Now I'm going to very carefully trim out the wings and then glue them together as layers. So I glued the top 2 wings together, and now I'm going to add the bottom 2 little wings. And then this way we will have 2 complete sides ready to rock and roll. I'm going to lift up that toupee, and I'm going to check and see what it looks like. And that's how it would look when it's all on there and together. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue and get these wings glued onto the moth body underneath the toupee, as you do. And I'm going to make sure that they're pretty solidly attached to that moth body. And now we're going to glue that toupee down. Oh yeah, look at that. I see you, dog. I see you. I'm going to give you a little trim because you need a little hair trim. There we go. Looking snazzy. Now the sides are open a little bit. I didn't want glue to gush out everywhere, and I could either glue these down or stitch these down. I did a combination of the two, and then I brought that needle and thread down through the bottom of the moth body so that I could sew on this brooch pin. And I just threw a few stitches through each of the 3 holes in the bottom of that brooch pin so that it would be secured to the moth body. And then I tied a knot, trimmed it, and added a little dot of glue to that. Now with a needle and thread, I'm going to put some antenna at the front of the toupee. Some gold thread, kind of golden yellow. I'm going to tie some little knots. And we have these cute little antennae. And there you got it. The Textile Dog the Bounty Hunter moth brooch. I hope you enjoyed the process, and I will see you guys really, really soon in the next video. Bye, guys.